Hello, hello, hello. Come in, wave, let me know you're here because I can't completely see who all is here. I do see Felicia. I'll give it just about 20 more seconds. Hey, Francesca. Hey, bro. I see my brother here. Listen, I know y'all been trying to figure out where y'all morning sip is, and I'm sorry. So I'm unexpectedly dealing with a bit of a family emergency. And so, because we have to live and life happens, it happens. And I decided to give myself permission to not feel guilty, right, about being where I wanted to be to serve my family in the capacity that I needed to serve my family, and not deliver on this personal expectation. However, y'all have been on my mind. And so I thought, I had a few moments. I'd jump on live and just get into it. We won't be here long at all. I just have this tidbit that I can't let go, which tells me that somebody needs to hear it. This week, we're focused on self-love in Morning Sip. You don't know that because we haven't had an episode yet this week. And so self-love being kind of that fifth element around showing up as the superhero in your life. And the reason it wasn't combined in last week's and it was only on the list is because self-love needs a week or two itself. This is what I want to start the week off by telling you about self-love. And it's more so an action and a thought. Make sure, as an act of self-love, that you always have a gift of experience scheduled for yourself in near and distant future. I'm going to say that again. As an act of self-love, make sure you always have a personal gifted experience scheduled. Let it range in size and in cost. And notice I said experience and not purchase, but it can be purchase. The reason I don't like purchases is because we typically have to save up for them or what have you. And we tend to think about it more as a goal. I want them scheduled. They're separate from goals. So what we tend to do with goals is it's something we have to earn or work up to. We have to have things that are scheduled for ourselves that are completely detached from having to earn it or work for it. And that's so important because when all of the things that we're looking forward to, which we all need, we have to always have something we're looking forward to. When it's always when it's always tied to work, earning, what we tell our subconscious brain is that we don't innately deserve opulence, freedom, luxury, and joy. It immediately tells our brain that anything that's connected to enjoyment or just general excitement, that it has to be something that we're working towards. An example of that would be, I'm going to get this new car when I get this together. I'm going to buy this dress when I get this together, or I'm going to buy this outfit. You wait till I lose these 50 pounds. I'm going to get this two-piece, or you wait. I'm going to buy myself a certain bag once I achieve some goal, or when I save this amount of money. I'm not saying that those things aren't important. Those are goals. Schedule yourselves presents. A good example would be, so my husband and I got married right before the pandemic. Our honeymoon was scheduled to be during the pandemic, so we didn't take it. And we've been nervous about scheduling it, but yet we've gone everywhere else. We haven't left the country, which is probably why we haven't taken our honeymoon. And this past weekend, we were just like, why don't we schedule it? Just schedule it. And we scheduled it. And what I will tell you is the amount of joy and excitement that I have, the fact that we're actually going to take this honeymoon in December, literally charged me in such a way, because it was a reinforcement to myself and to us that not only did we deserve what we scheduled, it also gives us something to look forward to that's not tied to having to break our back to get there, and immediately shifts our energy, and it shifts how we show up, because we're subconsciously telling ourselves, I love you. I'm showing you that in action. And now we're putting this energy into everything else that we do. And so that's really just all I wanted to share in a nutshell is I want to make sure, number one, that we are talking about self-love this week. And as a first action of self-love, something so simple. Are you scheduling presents for yourself? For me, I schedule spa appointments. I schedule hotel visits. And so it may look different depending on your responsibility and your interest, but just do it. And make sure that they're never any more than like 30 days apart. So schedule them in varied prices and lengths, and all of that's based on how your makeup is. You may want to say, I'm going to make this purchase in a certain month. And that's fine as long as it doesn't come attached to as long as I save this amount or as long as I achieve this goal. That's separate. Part of the reason that very successful people are successful and wealthy people are wealthy is because they do have a very different rule about how many hours they're working. I don't care what books you read. I don't care how much they're talking about they're getting up at 3 and 4 a.m. And they might be. But I'm telling you, none of them work over 8 hours a day. Half of them don't work 6 hours a day. And they blend in their life experiences and joy experiences with work. There is no work-life balance. There's one life that they make sure is in harmony with everything else. I've learned that a secret to that is making sure that you have personal gift experiences for yourself pre-scheduled. Because if you don't have anything to look forward to, that's energy that's processing through your mind and brain of, I'm just working to earn enjoying life every day. And that's not what we were put on this earth to experience. That is not God's desire for our lives. It's not. So the minute you start taking action to tell your mind, body, and soul and the universe, I deserve joy, freedom, opulence, and luxury simply because I exist, then everything that represents that will certainly come to you. You'll become a magnet of those things simply because you exist, not because you're working for it. Because when you think you have to work for it, you tell the universe you don't deserve it. And that's the energy that comes. And that's why life sometimes just feels so drudgery. It feels so hard. There's so many obstacles. There's obstacles to achieve just the baseline things for success because we've told our mind and the universe we have to work hard for it. I don't have time to go that much deeper into it, but I did want to say that. I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. I can't see any comments or anything. So have a great, what day is it? I don't even know what day it is. I've spent I feel like 48 hours at a hospital. It's Tuesday. And I'm going to see my husband today for the first time in 7 days. So I'm excited about that. And sorry that I couldn't come on looking better for y'all, but I had this, it was either that or no sip at all. Drop a heart if this was helpful and you enjoyed it. Share it. It'll be up later and I'll leave it up. Be bold, be authentic, and most importantly today, be gracious. But make sure you start grace with you. Have a good one, folks.